This is Umar for BoxNation, and Johnny Fisher is a part of Riyadh season, I'm delighted to say. The Romford Bull arrives in Riyadh on December fight week. What a huge occasion for yourself.
Lucky them, eh? All the Romford Bull army turning up. Gonna have it large.
Yeah, I thought, you'd get your big moment at this point, because I think you've done the groundwork now, Johnny. Would you say, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I think the last fight was a great fight for me, headlining my first event against someone who the public knew in Alan Babbage. I think that was great, and I'm on my way now. And listen, I am what I am. I've got a great team around me, and I back myself in my career. I'm going to see how far I can go.
Just spoke to Dave Allen, and there are people who are genuinely concerned for him in this fight, and that's because he's a popular figure in boxing, etc. But his point to me was, look, Johnny Fisher's best win at this point is Alan Babbage. If I can take him some rounds, we can see how good really Johnny Fisher is.
Should be concerned for Dave. Should be concerned for every heavyweight boxer, any boxer who gets in the ring, because it's not. This is a dangerous sport, and people do die, and that's the sad reality of boxing. It's a great sport, but there's terrible things that happen, and yeah, Dave's probably right. You look at his resume compared to mine. He's fought people I can't even comprehend of being on the level of them right now, really. The Dillian Whites who've mixed it on the world stage, the Tony Yokers who've been Olympic gold medalists, and Luis Ortiz, even David Price, people like that. And he's never been dropped by any of them. So he will ask questions that Alan Babbage people thought he could ask questions of me, didn't have a chance to. And it's going to be an interesting night, and I've got to be switched on because it's going to take me to waters I've never been before.
Okay, but do you envision perhaps an early stoppage as well in this fight?
Of course. I'm always going to try and knock someone out. That is the instinctive nature. As much as I want to try and box, and I can box, if I see an opening, like I did with Babbage, I had no intention of knocking Babbage out that early. I thought in my head, 10 rounds, got to be prepared for a war, but I landed a jab, I landed a 1-2, I saw his leg go, and I thought I'll throw 7 shots, and unfortunately for him, they all landed on his face.
Would this be a better win than Alan Babbage?
Yeah, it would.
Why?
The level that Dave Allen has mixed at. He's mixed it with these guys, and the nature of the win is also a thing that will make it a better win. If I can knock Dave Allen out or stop him, that's a good testament to me. I mean, he fought Fraser Clark last year. I know Fraser Clark's just been beat by Fabio Wardley, but he's someone who's fought for a British title. If I can do a better job than he did against Dave Allen, that's a good little marker for me. But at the end of the day, Umar, as I always say, it's a boring answer, but a win is a win no matter how it comes, and life is about winning, not just boxing, and I want to keep winning.
After this fight, all being well, are you at European level then, Johnny?
At European level? I don't know what level I'm at. What level do you think I'm at?
Yeah, British level at the moment.
I'm British level, yeah. I would say I'm at British level. I think I could go in the ring with anyone, Umar, and I've got a chance of knocking them out. But at British level, I think I can go in there and I think I've got a chance of winning. But
what I'm saying is, next, do you hunt for that European title? Do you box people at that level?
I could do, yeah. I could do. I could also fight for an English title. That would be amazing. I've got the southern area, and then the English could become available, then the British. But I can't envision what hasn't happened yet. But that's why I've got a team around me, isn't it? I listen to them, and my dad especially as well. I listen to him because he's the man who's got my best interests at heart, and he's not just someone who's going to blow smoke up me. He's going to bloody tell me the truth as well.
Johnny, let me just put a fight to you that I think would be interesting. Now, I appreciate this is quite sensitive because Fraser Clark's just come off a devastating knockout loss, and hopefully he's all right. From what we're hearing, he's all okay. If he does carry on, which I think he wants to, a fight with yourself and him makes sense, correct?
Listen, as you said, I wish all the best of health to Fraser. I know him. I know his wife as well is a lovely lady. I see them both at boxing shows. They're great people, and Fraser is a friend, someone that I've looked up to in my career, and I've shared the ring with him before. So all I care about is the fact that he's healthy. But listen, this is boxing. I'm fighting someone I see as a friend in Dave Allen, and all I'm worried about is him being healthy. But that's a fight that can happen, you know. Absolutely.
Queensbury had you sat next to Moses Itauma. Did you think that would happen yesterday?
Probably, yeah, probably. And Moses, I spoke to Moses at length and different points, and he's a fantastic, exceptional talent. And it's great to be sort of being on that table with them guys, the Moses Itaumas, the Dennis McCanns, the Peter McGraw's, and Isaac Lowe and Lee McGregor and Dempsey McKean. These are fantastic boxers, and to be on the undercard of a Fury Usyk card, you know you're firmly in the mix, you know?
Johnny, was that fight put to you for this date on that card, the Moses fight, or not?
I don't know. Probably might have been. It could have been. Was it?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
All I was thinking about was August. I was meant to fight relatively quickly after this, Rudenko, and then I was going to September, and then that didn't happen because Dalton Smith got injured, and then I was the one who got injured. So I'm here now, and I'm very, very grateful to be here.
Just a last one on him, because I think this is going to be a massive British blockbuster fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Between you two. What did you think of this clip?
Obviously, it started off what he started off as like a ticket man for Eddie Hearn. But like, as he's like progressing through the pro ranks, he is kind of getting a bit of visibility. Why would Johnny fight a 19-year-old that could possibly end his career? Why would he do that?
Probably rightfully so, as saying Moses Itauma is a generational talent. I've seen him; he's fantastic, but I am just that ticket seller from Romford who sells meat on a van. So you've got to beat me, really, haven't you? So there's no pressure.
Do you think you could end his career as well?
I wouldn't say that, because I don't think we should have the stigma that you've got to end people's career if you lose. If you lose, you lose. So you respond from it. Look at Daniel Dubois, lost to my good friend Joe Joyce, and in pretty emphatic fashion, really. And now he's gone through and he's at the top of the pile. So listen, all these fights can happen. I can be out there and I'll fight absolutely anyone and everyone. But I know a worth that I've got, because a lot of these British guys, they're fantastic fighters, but they can't pack out the copper box, let alone it when we get into the O2s and the Wembleys right now. It's only if you're Daniel Dubois or Joshua, they're packing them out. Do you know what I mean? But I know the worth, and I know these fights are all great fights that can happen one day. You've got World League Dakers, Adelaide, Clark, Itauma. It's fantastic to be even mentioned amongst them names.
Certainly is. Listen, we'll speak to you in Riyadh on Fight Week. Thank you very
Good man.
much.
Thanks, Umar.
Bosh.
Bash.